How you doing, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here, and today's video is about this TAMA Starclassic Maple Drum Kit. If you're a fan of TAMA drums, you're going to love this drum kit. It's got the great TAMA build, killer sound. So let's get into all the details right now. First thing we're going to talk about is these toms. I have an 8x12-inch rack tom and a 14x14-inch floor tom over here. Both are 6-ply, all maple drums with one outer ply of this really beautiful Pacific walnut. You got this fade from the natural wood color into the black on the outer edges of the shells, and it's just beautiful. You have perfect bearing edges on the top and bottom of these drums, of course. So now let me play the drums for you. First with the snare wires off, you can hear the beautiful tone of these drums. Beautiful musical tone, great sustain, nice presence. They got a snap to them because of the maple wood. The drums are outfitted from the factory with Evans G2, a double ply head, really nice heads. So you're going to get a great tone right out of the box. All of this beautiful hardware adds to the tone of these drums, and I'll get into the details of that in just a second. Before we do, let me put the snare wires on and play these toms for you one more time. They were super easy to tune and get to pitch. There's a nice interval between the 14 and the 12-inch rack tom, and they're super inspirational to play on. Now we're going to go down to this beautiful little 20-inch kick drum, 14x20, and don't let the small size fool you. It's got a lot of power. I had a little sort of a jazzy piece I played at the beginning of this video, and at the end of the video I have a much more hard rocking piece of music to play with this drum kit. So it's a very versatile drum kit that can play all kinds of music, even in these sizes. So here we go, 14x20-inch kick drum. Big, beautiful tone, definitely projects forward, and there's nothing in the kick drum at all. No dampening. It comes outfitted with an Evans EQ4 clear head, so you get nice snap from the clear head, and it's just really nice to play. Really feels good on this side of the drum kit. Let me put the snare wires on and do the same thing for you. Feels really good, sounds really good, and it's got nice fat low end to it. Now, since this is a shell pack, you've heard me say this many times before, it does not have a snare drum that's included with the drum kit. So right now I'm playing on a TAMA SLP Spruce snare drum. Really beautiful drum that I will be doing a video on, so make sure you check back and I'll get into the details of this specific snare drum. But you could put all kinds of different drums with this kit, a steel drum, you know, a brass drum. They'll go really well, and you can play all kinds of styles of music. Now, let's get into the hardware on this TAMA kit. The first thing I want to point out is the look of this hardware. Smoked black nickel. Gorgeous with this walnut veneer on the kit. It's really eye-catching and will look great on any stage. Now let's get to the tom mount. This is their TAMA Star mount, the same mounts they use on their Star drums, and it is a beautiful mounting system. The first thing I want to show you is how easy it is to take the drum on and off of the mount. TAMA has a very cool, unique system right here. There's a little latch right on top. You just push it to the left, my left over here, and the drum comes right off. It's all rubber lined on the inside, so there's not going to get any noise or transference or any kind of weird rattles. It sounds clean and perfect. You push the latch back the other way, to the right, and the drum sets in place. It's a very cool feature, and the memory lock is really sturdy, stays in place, and this drum will never move once it's on there, but it's all made so the drum can ring and resonate and kind of hang there freely. So let's get into the rest of the tom mount now. You'll notice on these tom mounts that the tension rods have nothing to do with the mounting system over here. There's 3 other points with rubber grommets that hold on the mounting system to the shell. It's a very cool, unique system. It goes around, the tom mount goes around the tension rod, so if you want to change your head and leave the drum on the tom mount, it stays there. It's really easy to do. You don't have to take the drum off. It's a cool, unique feature. And the ball joint on the tom mount here is really easy to adjust, loosen up, get your tom wherever you want. The ball joint makes it really easy to do. Tighten it back up, and you're good to go. Now I know it's old school, but I'm still definitely a fan of having the rack tom, or rack toms if you have two, mounted on the kick drum. I know there's lots of talk about virgin kick drums. You don't want to have any extra holes mounted in there, but I don't think it takes away from the tone of this drum kit at all. It's really convenient, and the drums are always spaced apart from the kick drum in just the right distance. At least it is for me. I think it's a very cool thing, and again, it makes it easy to carry around. You don't have to have your toms hanging off the cymbal stands or anything like that. This is a very cool system, and the tone of the drums aren't hindered by anything at all. On both of the toms, the rack and the floor tom, you have these beautiful die-cast hoops, again, to add to the resonance and tone of the drums. I want to quickly mention here the lugs. Really nice TAMA low-mass lugs. Again, beautiful with that smoked black nickel finish. Let's move on down to the kick drum hoops. The claw hooks are rubber lined, going to take care of the beautiful bass drum hoops you have there, and the tension rods are recessed into the claw hooks so they stay out of the way. Again, it's really easy to get a drum key in there and tune your drum up very quickly and very easily. Next thing I want to mention are the spurs on the kick drum. They are beautiful and very easy to use and totally sturdy, and your kick drum will never move. It's great to have a nice sturdy spur on your kick drum. There's like memory spots where you know you can set your kick drum level, the angle that the kick drum is at. It stays there. You can always get back to it next time you set up your drum. So they're really nice kick drum spurs. Last thing I want to mention are the floor tom legs. Firstly, they have the same kind of attachment system as the rack tom does with the latch and the memory lock. So they're really easy to get on and off and keep their position. So you can always set it up again in the right spot. Also, the floor tom legs are air cushioned. As you notice, the drum kind of moves around a little bit, and it doesn't move when you play, but it just adds to the resonance of the drum. When you hit the drum, the tone goes down to the floor and doesn't get sucked up and go away too fast. So it just adds to the tone of the drum. They have some really nice thought out things in their hardware on this drum kit, along with these beautiful shells. So you're going to get getting a really cool, great sounding drum kit. I definitely want to encourage you to check out the text below the video. Like I say in all my videos, there I'll list all the other gear I'm using here. I have these beautiful Meinl pure alloy cymbals, some great EV microphones, and everything, and I'll list each piece of gear with a link to it at the Sweetwater site. So in case you're interested, you can go check out the recording interface, the microphones, anything you want, and learn about that gear as well. There you have it, everybody, the TAMA Starclassic Maple Drum Kit. Now, this isn't the only size of drums that you can get in this line. There's definitely other sizes, 22, 24-inch kick drums, whatever you like. So if you want any more information about this TAMA drum kit, any other TAMA product, just contact your Sweetwater sales engineer, and thanks a lot for watching.